This one's a good one too. Welcome to day 5. Today we're going to be talking about goal setting and planning. The first thing that you want to do is you want to break down your goal. If you're watching this video, high chances you have goals, and maybe you have really big goals and you're like, I really don't know how to kind of like break it down. One of the things that really helped me get my juices flowing was this sheet right here. I'm going to just post it right here. The creative juices just start flowing, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, that's all I need to do is just take a minute to sit down and realize what I really want, and then break it down into little tasks. We're here, we're thriving, we're getting ready for the new year. Actually, I'm going to be going to the gym because that's one of my goals as well. I'm time blocking after I film this. The second thing is get my workout in. Do you guys see how like time blocking and all this, it's going to all work together for you guys? So if you haven't subscribed, I highly recommend you to subscribe. So I'm going to just start sipping on my pre-workout. By the time I'm done with this video, I'll be ready to go to the gym. Number 1, break down your big goal into actionable steps. Let's dive into the tips. Tip number 1, using SMART goals. Measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. For example, instead of saying I want to get healthy, you can say I will work out 3 times a day for 30 minutes a day and track my meals for the next month. It's actually what I'm really doing right now. That's why it's easy for me to just share with you one of my measurable goals. But what I ended up doing is I got a blank sheet of paper, and in the middle of the paper when I was creating my goals, I literally wrote a heart. You guys know I love hearts, right? So I wrote this heart, and in here I put like my brand. Now what I did was I put like little funnels, like little lines from the heart. Okay, I put all these ideas that I had in reference to goals to be starting a business, which I really do want to, because I feel like there's just such a need for the things that God has been calling me to do. So this tip right here, this is a good one. Okay, so number 2 is breaking down your big goal into small tasks. Let me give you an example. If your goal is to write a book, start with the outline of the chapter. Then just write 1 page a day. Sometimes we're like, I want to do this big thing. But if you just start setting the little tasks and make them smaller and not overwhelm yourself, and just say, okay, like today, my main focus is doing this one thing today. And then eventually in like 7 days, 2 weeks, a month, a year, you have a book to publish. Isn't that brilliant? But sometimes we overthink and we think that we have to do everything in one day. No, don't overwhelm yourself. Just say your big goal. What is one thing I can do today to take me 1 step closer to achieving that goal? Oh, someone got pulled over. Just get your main goal. What's one thing that I can do today to get closer to that goal? So don't overload yourself like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta wash clothes, I gotta pay this bill. No, when you sit down and you start working on your goals, block out that time. That way you can be laser focused on that one task that you need to get done for the day. Okay, I hope that helped. Let's move into tip number 3. Number 3 is a really easy one because I kind of already shared a little bit with you guys in the previous videos, but just use a planner or an app that works for you to make sure that you're tracking your progress. You can also add like visual reminders by creating a goal focused space where maybe you have little sticky notes, reminders. For me, I really like to do reminders on my desktop where I have one that says all things are possible through Christ who strengthens me, because in those moments that I feel like I don't know if I can do this and I start having that little doubt or that insecurity that comes, it's like those, you know, you have the like good guy and then you have the bad guy, and then you're like, no, I really need to do this. I always say, with God, all things are possible. I am strong. I am powerful. I am a divine source of energy. Get back into it, Raquel. So little reminders like that will help you get back on track when you feel you're falling off track. And it's not really you're falling. Sometimes we just get uninspired. What could you do to continue to keep yourself inspired to continue to reach that goal? It's going to be little things like that, and everybody's different. So just find what works for you. It may be putting like a photo of your kids at your workspace. So every time you're like, I don't feel like doing this, and if your kids are part of your why, you can look at that photo of your kids and you're like, that's my why. I really feel like God, after my mom passed away, I feel like God just started using me to help other people. So every time that I think like, no, I shouldn't be doing this, or I look dumb, or I look silly. This is even like when I started my fitness journey, and even now on YouTube, like knowing the fact that for so long I was comparing myself to other people and their goals and their dreams, and at the end of the day I was comparing myself to people who were actually doing the work, but I was not doing the work. So when I would look back and be like, wow, why is my channel not growing, or why is this not happening, or why am I not getting to that next level, is because I really had to have an honest conversation with myself about my goals and my dreams, my time management, what was I doing with my time, and that all led me back to this system that has really been working for me, and that's why I want to share it with you guys. So whenever you start start feeling like, I don't think I can do this, I want you to reach back into your heart and tell yourself this one thing: I am gifted, I am intelligent, I have been given this idea for a reason. God gave you that idea, or your higher power, whoever you believe in, for a reason. So lock in, lean in, and get to work. Yeah, so sticky notes, motivational things, your screensaver, all that stuff will keep you on track. So eliminate distractions and make sure that you create things that will keep you inspired. Number 4, identify your non-negotiables, things you must do daily. This one's a good one too. Every day, I know for a fact that I need to work on my YouTube channel. One thing, either it's replying back to comments, creating a thumbnail, doing something. Every day, I have employed myself to do one thing for my YouTube channel. It may be brainstorming. It may be sitting down, putting on some nice meditation music and just saying, okay, Lord, lead me. What should I talk to my friends and family about? And then I just start writing those things down. A lot of times, if you get these ideas and you don't know, like, go into the voice message and say, I just got this great idea to start a series on self-improvement. That's really what I did, okay? And that idea came. If I wouldn't have voice messaged myself that message, I would be sitting down and thinking, what am I supposed to film about today? But guess what? I got that great idea. I locked in, I leaned in, and here we are today creating this series. And I'm so grateful, because sometimes you will get these ideas, you don't even know where they come from. Like I said, run with it, because the amount of comments, you guys, that I have gotten since starting this series, it has been the most beautifulest thing. And it's kind of like if God telling me, I told you, Raquel, I told you, just trust in me, just trust in me, because this idea was his idea. He just gave it to me. So thank you, God. Because of him, I'm here filming this right now. I don't always hit my water intake, but I know every day that I do need to get my water in. So that's also a non-negotiable. The other thing is moving my body. Why do I move my body? I move my body for my mental health, okay? I know by moving my body, I always have more energy. By me having more energy, I'm able to create the things that I love. And by the way, you guys, my son gave me one of the most nicest compliments this morning. I'm like, Papi, I can't believe how fast the time went. He's like, you know why, Mom? Because you're doing what you love. And it was this, editing a video for you guys. And I love you guys so very much. Number 5, celebrate small wins. That way you continue to build momentum. It's really important for us to also understand everything that we have achieved. I would love for you to give yourself the opportunity of getting a sheet of paper or somewhere in your journal and write on there my wins, my celebration. I can tell you a couple of things in wins. My win was to get out of depression. My win was to be able to pay off my credit card. My win was to buy groceries. A lot of times when we are setting goals and we're planning for the future, we forget to be in the now. We forget to remind ourselves of all the wins that we've had, even leading us up to where we are at today. I can assure you that there was one time in your life that you were praying for the things that you have today. Don't forget about those wins, that attitude of gratitude for the things that we've been able to be blessed with, the things that we've been able to achieve, the things that we're like, I remember when I couldn't pay my light bill, I paid my light bill. That is a win. If you want more in life, girl, it's because God has put that in your heart. Do not allow yourself to go another year without pursuing your goals and your dreams. Just go for it. Who cares about what people are gonna say? Who cares if people say, oh, so you're on your little business? How's your little business doing? Don't worry about them, mamita. God placed that in your heart for a reason. I used to think that success was like, oh, I just want to be a millionaire. Success is when you really are passionate about what you do, when you're happy about what you do, when you get into bed and you feel like, wow, I did what I truly love to do. There's so many people that have a lot of money, but they're not happy. I've interviewed, I've met a lot of those people, and they're not even happy with their life. So is that really being successful? When you see someone that makes X amount of money a month, you're like, wow, they're successful. But are they really? Are they really successful up here? Are they really living and doing what God has called them to do? Are they really living their passion? Or did they get stuck in a job just because it's a job? Because we have bills to pay. And I'm really going to close with this because I'm going into my time block for my workout now, okay? I want you to think about this. What if you had no bills? What about if you had no car payment, no mortgage, no rent, no credit card debt? Would you be where you're working at right now? Would you? I can assure you that at least one person said no. So this part is for you. And I'm getting chills right now. You have been called to do something that you're sitting on and you have not even started it yet. Maybe you started and you stop and you stop and you start. What about if this is the first time that you say, you know what, I'm going to put all fear aside, I'm going to put on little blinders, and I'm going to go all in. I'm going to start that cookie company. I'm going to start that brand. I'm going to start the business. I'm going to just start decluttering my life. Maybe that is your one mission. Maybe your one mission is to just get rid of all the junk that you have. And you know how much space that will free up right here? Do you know how much space you free up right here when you start really truly doing what you love? Do you know that people will say like, God, you look different. You seem different. What's changed? You know why? Because now you're living with purpose. You're doing what you've been called to do. And with that said, you guys, we're all done with day number 5. I will see you here back tomorrow for day 6, where we're going to be talking about letting go of the past. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing, and I will see you guys on the next one. Oh, and don't forget, turn on that post notification. That way you never miss another upload. I love you guys so very much. Don't forget, God goes glory and growing, and we're going to head to the gym. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.